We're going to be walking through in this video with this shop and how we can double their sales. The Pello Edit, welcome to the show. Now, before we get into this video, it's important to know that I am a growth marketer who works with Etsy stores to help them grow. I have a podcast called Grow My Etsy Shop if you want to check that out. Okay, let's do it. Let's jump into this. So right off the bat, I can tell you that this store is a kind of a bland store. And that's okay because people do buy bland things, neutral things. I guess that's a nicer way to say it because it's safer. But this is how it works. People buy safe, but they click exciting. So you have to have excitement within your listings to get the click to make people go, oh, what? I like that. That stood out. That popped to me, and bring them in. And then we can offer them more neutral colors to be safe. So if I scroll down from here, I can see that they have 37 sales. And if we keep going, I'm going to see when they opened really quick here. So they've been open a few years and aren't really moving a whole lot of products. And so one of the things we do need to address is the current data that we have. So let's just take a look at these listings in general. And we can see that what I said before kind of matches. There's just kind of a very neutral vibe to what they're doing, which is, like I said, good, but also may not be winning the clicks like we need. This store has their sales on, so we can just give that a click right here. And that's going to take us into what has sold for them. So what I'm going to be looking for is any patterns. So I'm seeing right off the top, this last one that sold right here is, a fun pattern. This one kind of has a pattern to it. This one kind of has a pattern to it. This one kind of has a pattern to it. Pattern. We keep going. Pattern, 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 pattern. So you guys see what's happening here? We're collecting data on what it is. So first of all, she needs to turn sales off because her competitors can do this. But from what we can see, it looks like these little bit more fun, at least of her versions of what she has, these fun prints that she has, are getting more clicks and buys than these ones. So we can make that assumption. So if this is the case, what do we need to do? What's our call to action to this? Well, step one is we need to create more life in our picture. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a click and see if once we're in here, if I see a picture that's a little bit more, well, look at that. I think we could all agree that this right here, you get some cottage core keywords connected to this, and you've got yourself a listing that can be competitive. Just this main picture alone compared to this is a world of difference, as you can see. Okay, so now that we're in the listing, let's look at some of the small tweaks that we can make within here. Again, because she has 37 sales and has been open for a couple of years, we're not going to assume that she's getting all this traffic and is just not converting it. We're going to assume she's not really getting traffic. So if that's the case, we wouldn't spend a whole lot of time trying to convert traffic as we would getting traffic. But let's take some time to just kind of talk about it. So let's look at these keywords right off the bat here. You can see we want the word pillow, at least in this thing, pillow. She has pillow cover, pillow. So twice mentioned, it looks like in her stuff. So when you're brand new, you're going to want to make sure that you have at least one main keyword that you are going to put in all of your listings several times, because you want to flood the algorithm with the big punch of what it is that you sell. The worst thing that can happen to you, and what I think is probably happening, is that Etsy's not quite sure what you're selling. And so when they're not quite sure what you're selling, they just don't show you. So in this scenario, this is I believe, as I'm looking at it, I'm having a hard time. I think it's a pillow case. Because for the price of it's a pillow case. So if this is a pillow case or a pillow cover, we need to make sure that anytime we say the word pillow, we have pillow cover connected to it, or pillow case, with no breakage in between. This one is good, pillow cover. This one though, see how it says pillow dash decorative? That's where things can get confusing for the algorithm. It's unaware. So especially when you have not as many listings as she has, it's like, is she selling a pillow or is she selling a pillow-case? And if they're showing you under pillow, and then people are thinking they're getting a pillow for $484 and click, and then come over and leave really quick because they realize it's not, then that starts to count against you, and that's where things can hurt you. So being really clear, especially when you're new or you have limited amount of sales, this is how you kind of want to write your SEO to make sure that that's correct. Another thing, if we just jump back over to her shop, we'll just go back here. is I was noticing that our categories don't really have any of those main keywords in them as well. So you'll see blue turquoise, natural brown, greens, pink, all these things need to have pillowcase. So black and white, pillowcase. Burgundy and plums, pillowcase. That's going to help build her SEO. This is important. So realistically, if I was to just do quick fixes, and this is without looking into her back office, I'm attacking I think your store is neutral. I'm going to put some, and I can see based off your sales that the more exciting the print is, the more traffic there is, at least going to that. There's more money being flowed into that. So let's spice it up a little bit. Let's change our main pictures to have a lot more pop than what we currently have. And you have a picture that's available there. And then I'm going to make some SEO tweaks where I'm going to really hammer in on the pillow case, pillow cover type keywords, as opposed to just kind of trying to this big reach of what I'm doing. The last thing, and this might be a little too much to bite for where this store is at, but I would try to theme my pillows out better. So instead of just colors, I would try to do them more around themes. So for example, I think that cottage core one we were looking at is great. So we can get some cottage core type pillows or pillowcases and bring these in. And so we can start to figure out what type of styles would like these pillows, and then we build categories around that. And that's how Etsy likes to know what you sell, and it's how they can target people more than just keywords, which allows you to scale in what you're doing. Okay, this is it for the pillow edit. Good luck to you. So I thought the intro to my video was a little quiet, so this time I hooked the mic to my hair. Genius, right? I'm going to start a trend. It's going to be huge. All right, so if you like what you saw and you want to have me do a video, just leave a comment with your shop name and I'll go through it. If you're terrified of the thought of me going through your stuff and just kind of want to creep in other people who are doing it, then just subscribe and follow along. All right, we'll see ya.